Did you see the debate? Was it a debate or was it a meaningful exchange of thoughts between Gunther and Pat McAfee?
It was, I don't know. I didn't really like it. Again, the whole pretending Michael Cole is the greatest of all time thing, me. That's the stupidest fucking thing.
Well, now come on. All you get, the most preposterous thing that you got out of this was that they said Michael Cole was the greatest of all time.
That is a Hulk Hogan level lie.
But just the whole thing. Pierce introduced, ladies and gentlemen, McAfee and Gunther so they could come in the ring and talk to each other face to face. And Pat McAfee, bless him, I'm telling you, he would have won high school debate instantly. He prepares material and he gives speeches and he could run for office. He puts the town over. I mean, I'm telling you. But this just went on, and it's just people at some point talking to each other, talking about each other to each other's face, even though Gunther told him off at the end. First of all, McAfee has to be being paid by the Chamber of Commerce because the speech about Omaha, and nobody beats their meat, ladies and gentlemen. And they host the College Baseball World Series since 1950. And he tells Gunther that both of them grew up idolizing the superstars, and it's still a dream for me, but it's a job for you, and you've got too comfortable. And you're going to underestimate me on Saturday after all this whole soliloquy of thing. And then Gunther cut right in his face, and I love Gunther, but you just got me in the right mood. I promise you my full and undivided attention I'm going to maul you. I'm going to choke you out until you drop like a wet towel. And on Saturday, only the grace of God can lift my arms off your throat. And then he just walked out. But two things. Number one, very, very, I'm just tired of people just talking endlessly to each other about their shortcomings, and the other guy has to just stand there. And secondly, I believe at this point, Gunther has to kill him, doesn't he? Doesn't he have to kill him?
Well, we'll discuss
Graveyard dead?
We'll discuss that with the preview of the pay-per-view coming up in a little bit. When you see McAfee in these segments, and again, he knows what to say and how to say it and when to say it to get the fans on his side. He's really good at it. Is it still worth it, him just being a commentator for half the year, or do you want him to be more of a part-time performer of some sort during that time just because of the... No, but just because, he's performing here on the mic. We haven't seen him wrestle a match in a while. I'm sure he'll be great. I'm sure he'll do a backflip off the top rope, but he gets ready for it the same way like a Logan Paul or any of these guys would. What do you see as the pluses and minuses of Pat McAfee as a commentator versus as a regular performer while he's there?
Well, hold on. Let's not go from never having a match to even a regular performer, but just at this point, wrestling. I recall a couple years ago, we said, boy, he did a really good job for his first match or his second match. Or how many matches has he had at this point? Has he maybe had 3? Because
2 or 3, yeah.
I don't remember a lot. But I think that the phenom category there has probably been overtaken by Logan Paul in terms of holy shit. Didn't McAfee, I think I mentioned this the other day on a show, didn't he do a deal where he almost entered the Rumble last year, but then creeped in and then was just scared with dirty looks and jumped out on his own or something like that? He's been being portrayed as an announcer. And yes, he got up to defend Michael Cole, but then he got choked out. I think they need to capitalize on the goodwill he has with people liking him and not completely make him look like just a goddamn jackoff. But I don't think this is something where they need to suddenly McAfee's going to step in after not having a match in a year or whatever and having 2 matches at all just because he has played in the NFL and is going to be competitive for 10 or 15 minutes with Gunther unless they're just fucking crazy. And I think that it ought to be hot and brief at the start for Pat, and then I think they ought to cut Pat off and waltz him across Texas, as the big cat ought to say, or used to say, and maybe let him try to come back and get some and then shut him down and then fucking kill him and have the referee stop it.
Well, that was WWE Raw on Netflix. There was lots of other stuff on there too. Becky Lynch and Lyra Valkyrie, but I know you, is it Valkyria?
Oh, God damn it.
And I know you didn't watch that, so that was Raw.
She is a bowl of oatmeal, is what she is, with no sugar. Just sitting there.